Scoop-a-bow.
Hi, Patrick here from Volpan Gamings. I'm making the tabletop card game live on Twitch Monday and Wednesday Irish time. I'm currently looking for artists, so DM me or contact me in the comments and hopefully I'll get back to you. This is an edited down version of 3 days of work. It's about 18 hours of footage. Hopefully this recording is good because my dog's driving me crazy and I hate the sound of my own voice. So let's go ahead and see what we do. This is me doing a basic concept of what I will be ending up. A lot will change all the way through, but it's good to have it out on a piece of paper so you know exactly what you want to be done. This was all in my head, so I wrote it out on in pen and paper before, but I changed a couple of things. You know how it is. So you see the dots, they'll be connecting together. You can only put those dots connected to the same color dots, so that would be the game aspect of this game. Otherwise, it's just putting random cards down. You see there, I'm making a character. That's Robin Hood. I'm basing that character off. Later on, you'll see the greatest character ever to be made, but I won't spoil it. But he may be named Timothy. So I've had this game in my head for almost a year when I'm out gardening. I don't really. I'd be working. I worked as a landscape gardener in my own company. I've got a back injury, so I need to find a desk job. And before going back to actually working, I said I'll give this a go. I have another idea for a board game as well, but this one seemed easier in concept, and I wanted to practice with something a bit simpler, easier, lower cost, and then we can go to the harder game once I get this out. And if this fails, then we can always go to a different job. I realized almost straight away that if I'm going to go the GoFundMe or Kickstarter way, I will have to get people following along and want to see what I'm doing. So I said I'll do it on Twitch. I noticed that Twitch has a record function. So I said I'll edit it down and make a video. So here is just the basic concept all laid out for you. So here's me testing out the tiles. I made them basically in paint. It was just one of each tile, what I thought would work and what I thought wouldn't. So we have crossroads, T-junctions, left turns, right turns. I have these weird J pieces, and I don't think they worked really. I realized as well it would make life easier if the card was a standard playing card size, and if you used the top part as a square, so each direction would be a square, so you could make a cross on it and everything would be perfectly square on it, and then the text box at the bottom would be standard size. Another thing I'm trying to avoid, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh when I was very very young. When the show first came out, I stopped playing. I collected the cards for a bit, but back when I played it, there was very little text, very little effects cards. But my nephew, who's now 17, he started playing Yu-Gi-Oh properly, and there was like XYZ cards I remember playing with him, and even though I don't need glasses, I was squinting trying to read the amount of words. So I'll try and keep words to a minimum. Try not to let it get too wordy. Maybe have most of the character. We'll see later when I'm showing you a sample character card, that there'll be like stats. Now these are all placeholders. Everything is a placeholder at the moment. I'm just trying to get my ideas onto paper. It's how I work. I usually just try to do something. If it fails, you know better for the next time, and you just keep on going at it. Like, this is my first voiceover for a video. It's my second video I've ever edited. Hopefully it's perfect and I don't have to improve ever, because I don't know how I could possibly improve. I'm just the best. Yeah, so I usually do this on pen and paper. It's a bit cumbersome doing it over Tabletop Simulator, but it works better for recording and videoing and editing into a video. You see here I'm writing down what I should be doing next week. I usually have a plan going in. Whether I do the plan or not, I actually got further than I thought this day. Since this day my back got very, very sore, so I had to take some time off. I played some uh, Faster Than Light and some GeoGuessr one of the days when I was feeling a bit better, but the pain got too much. And now to introduce you to the wonderful song, the one and only Timothy Fox. Oh yeah. Timothy Fox, Timothy Fox. He's a smoking fox, that's right. He got a milk jacket and a great little bag. Timothy Fox, giving it wet. Timothy Fox, had to look up how to spell Timothy Fox. He's red as a jet, he's smoking his tin. He's Tom 46, he's badassery too. That should be hard, but what do you do? It's Timothy Fox, when he enters the fun, he gets 1 plus food. That's no harm, he's Timothy Fox. Gonna get done since I started this bloody song. So Timothy Fox is the character card. It's again placeholder with random stats on it. I'd like to thank Ludo Lodge for his videos, because I would not have been able to figure out how to set these cards up for use in Tabletop Simulator. This is just guessing how many cards I would need for a game, again with no powers, etc. So here is a more established version of the game. I have the starting area, a character, and I was just testing some extra things here. I realized I probably need tokens to come with it. I need a dice. I realized this before. I thought maybe you could get a dice with it, or you could get a dice that you already had and bring it with you, but I don't know if that's going to work. Anyway, here's me sounding like Animal Crossing. So yeah, I'm just testing out how it would happen. I thought maybe you'd have 5 cards in your hand. You'd be able to pick one per turn, unless there was a certain card. I was calling them scout cards. I don't actually remember. Well, the dice was kind of more to roll damage. I was going off D&D 5e. It's what I know. I might change it up. I was thinking of a D10. Make the game a bit more simple. I kind of want it to all come in a small form factor box. If you ever see like an Uno box or something similar to that, and just have everything there. All you need extra is a table or a bit of floor. Uh, I I think it would be a versus game or a teamwork game or a solo game. So there's many ways to play it. Here I was testing out the versus game. One of the ending cards that I have designed, I'll be doing that later, is to battle against a top trump style battle. I have other ideas, but to keep it simple, I was thinking a top trump style battle. So I was going card by card, putting it through, seeing how the numbers worked. For some reason, portal cards never came up. I'm not too sure why, but it works. It worked quite well. You can pick a card, you can go ahead. You'll see later on, I didn't quite get to the third test, but I was expanding the cards. You can't really see it in these cards, but it just says text, text, text at the bottom of them. Here, where in the future cards, they have a bit more. Some of them still say text, 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 but I was kind of expanding it out. I was adding in forest cards, etc. There'll be a lot of movement. Sometimes the text would be covering the road, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. You can ignore that. Again, I was testing out, should you be able to put cards in upside down, or should they be all facing the same way? I think they should all be facing the same way, really, unless the card states otherwise. Again, we're still in testing. If you come to my Twitch, you can help me out with this. Once I have a playable game on Tabletop Simulator, I will let it out on the workshop and people can play it and give me feedback. My girlfriend has played a bit of it with me, and we have a lot of things to change. Then I've my D&D group who said they'll help me out. Here's the first portal card. I had to actually just rip through the deck to find it. Yeah, so I was thinking it'll come with a starter deck, and to have 3 different characters with 3 different kind of movement methods or powers or something along the lines there. Again, testing stages, we can't be exact on these sort of things. Yeah, tokens, I didn't want cardboard tokens. I hate when you get a game and it has little cardboard, easily losable tokens. So maybe like a plastic kind of button or marble sort of thing, and then a dice that will come with it, or a die, I suppose, a single die. Okay, so here are some close-up of the cards. On my Twitch, I'll go into detail, but I'm breaking them down into equipment, followers, magical items, rides like horses, etc., and boons like advantages. Equipments can be weapons and all that. Right, just some extra stuff here. So I looked into grants, and in Ireland, I could not see a grant for card or board games. Maybe if I made it through Irish, I could. I do speak Irish, not very well, but I could. But that would probably not be as open. Maybe later on I could make an Irish version. I looked through all the different funding sites. Kickstarter seems to be the best one for these sort of things. On Twitch, I'll go through that again. I didn't record that session, so you don't see it here. Now, pricing, I was hoping to have the price between 18 and 25 euro. Hopefully that's including VAT and then delivery on top of that, because that's how it works. If it's going around the world, delivery will have to go onto it. With the cards, etc., you'd need a run of about between 1,000 to 2,000. Again, we'll get the final numbers if the Kickstarter or the GoFundMe goes through. I'll have an idea of numbers, and it'll make pricing a lot easier to work. And then we could do stretch goals, etc. for that. Now, I went through Kickstarter, saw what I needed, hence I'm making these videos and stuff like that. Yeah, the future plans, I should be streaming on Monday and Wednesday around lunchtime. On Friday, I hope to do YouTube videos. I'm all over the place this week. I'm still gardening, even though I have a bad back. I'm still mowing lawns. The weather's actually very good. We had 2 weeks of very bad weather there where I couldn't mow lawns. So this week's a bit all over the place. So I believe the 29th of September will be my next Twitch stream. And then I'll get my 2 VODs and put them up. On Shorts, I'm putting up videos on Shorts. If you want unedited footage, you can ask for it. I don't see why anyone would, but I can put up the 2 days unedited if need be. If you can help me, or if you have any questions, you can get in contact with me down in the comments, or you can DM me. And again, if you see any similar games, please tell me. So thanks for watching this long rambling video. I went a bit mad at one point and decided to make a song about Timothy Fox. Timothy Fox came out of nowhere. Well, I'm obsessed with Fox for some reason. It came out of nowhere. But if you enjoy this, please subscribe. And my voice is sore. Editing is harder than it looks. I took it for granted before, and I'm not very good at it, and I don't think I'm gonna get much better. So if you like shit editing, please watch. Thank you. Skibbity boop da ba da boop ba ba boop dee ba da bow.